to my walkthrough of the Hamasen Museum of Taiwan Railways. In this video we're going to look at the railway yard near the museum, and then we're going to go inside the museum and have a walk through there. When you do go and visit, you can of course just visit the museum, but I highly recommend visiting the railway yard too. There's a plethora of rolling stock and locomotives from about 1910 to 1980, and it's definitely well worth a visit. There's also an ice cream car for when the hot summer heat gets to you. We're going to head into the Hamasen Museum of Taiwanese Railways. We're going to head into the Hamasen Museum of Taiwanese Railways. So we bought our tickets and made our way inside. We were greeted with a mashup of pieces from old stations and exhibitions of beautifully constructed models in about O gauge. Here's a shay, and here's some close-up photos of it. So you can see the front has been expertly modelled. You can see the funnel, the pistons, which make the shay so unique. And they also had some other models like this tram. And then of course around the corner, past the benches, there was another display full of diesels and DMUs and EMUs, beautifully modelled in, I believe, die-cast metal. There's also an area to do a sort of fulcrum car where you cycle to move, and you can go forwards and backwards on a track. There was a TV showing the life of Taiwanese citizens before when the station was first built. And there's also a corridor before the main event where you can sit down and imagine that you're actually inside a vintage train watching the world go by. It's a great spot for relaxing. And now finally, the main event and why I love this museum so much: the model railway. Further up you can see where they've created the 85 Sky Tower, the China Steel Building, among others. And in this part there's also the Qijin ferry to get to Qijin Island. And unfortunately that's not mentioned on this diorama because probably of lack of space. And here you can see a diesel pulling an R100 or 150 pulling 3 carriages and a Roco freight car. Next few clips we're just going to be following this R100 diesel as it makes its way around the layout. We've got the Tainan station, the Dragon and Tiger pagodas, the station again, the salt fields of Tainan, which now are located near the Salt Fields Museum, and we've got some small miniature railway locomotives. There was also a R3100, I believe a 5 or 4 car unit passing by, so I also took the opportunity to film that. 6 car. There were also quite a few fighter planes in the air. They are static, but it is quite impressive to see them. There's the fields for farming that go around in a U-shape, and here's the R100 starting up again, leaving the station onwards with its journey. Passing by the high-speed rail bridge, which wasn't working on the day that I visited, and past more fields for farming and some traditional Taiwanese houses. There's the Hamasen locomotive, which at the time we visited, Taiwan was hit by an earthquake which rendered it quite unsafe to go to Hamasen, so it seems to reflect the current situation very well at the time. Here we can see the R100 coming round the engine sheds, which features a rotating turntable. The rotating turntable in action. It's got a steam engine on there, and then you've got all the EMUs and DMUs and diesel locomotives inside the sheds there. I also really loved the water effect here. It seems so perfectly clear, but the sand bed is also coloured well. And I'm not sure what this locomotive is, but it was quite a nice colour scheme. Here it is coming out of a tunnel. This is another one. This is a single car DMU. Video draws to a close. I really would recommend visiting the Hamasen Railway Museum. It was a really relaxing experience, great quality overall. I just loved it, and it's in one of the best parts of Kaohsiung, Pier 2. You can see the boats coming in and out of the harbour. If you have more or less half a day, you can go on the Qijin ferry to go to Qijin and have a seafood lunch. There's a bubble waffle place near the KW2 warehouse, and just in that area really there's a lot of really cute and lovely shops, and this really is a hidden jewel in the city of Kaohsiung. If you did like the video, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me.